How you doing, guys? This is George from Kingdom DTF. Welcome one more time to the channel. If you're new, go ahead, subscribe, hit that like button and share with friends and anyone that is looking for DTF printing to know more about it or just to have a knowledge, because here in this channel we got it. So today, guys, we're going to do talking about a few questions that people asking me, send me to the emails, and also I'm going to give you an answer here. So this one is going to be one more video about question and answer. Okay, I think it's going to be number 7 or something like that. If you have not seen my past video, I'm going to suggest that you go ahead and watch them, because we got samples, printing samples with this printer over here on my back. That is a dual head printer that many people are asking me about question. But anyway, I'm going to have another video about the 912 dual head printer. I'm going to try to go more depth with, with the components and all that kind of stuff, because people, you need to know if is it something for you, or is something is better to just stay with a desktop printer, a converter printer. Okay. One of the questions that people ask me lately is, what printer is good to start? They're talking about the desktop printer that they can purchase and they can convert to use for DTF printing. So as you know, the first printer that came out as DTF converter printer was the L1800. That printer is still until today good to get it from someone that they already convert to DTF already for you, or if you get it for yourself, you can convert to DTF. The other printer that is good to start is the XP 50,000. Now, a lot of people going to say that it's not a good printer. So why I'm saying that it's a good printer is because if the person have never have done DTF, is a good printer to start to learn. Both of them, the L1800 and the XP 50,000, both are excellent printers to start and learn to do maintenance, to do how exactly the DTF transfer works, what type of issue you can get during the process, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But once you got that down, that you know how to do your maintenance, how to run the printers, how to, what type of percent of ink you're going to use for your transfers and also for the white underbase, then you can move to another printers that are more faster and more, you can say, stable in that matter of the DTF desktop when you convert it. For example, the P400 is also another printer that is super good. I like that one. Personally, I like the P400 because it's a faster printer and it uses a DX5 head. It's going to give you really good colors. Instead of using 2 channels for white, it's going to use 4 channels for white. One of the things main important for those printers that are faster, like the P400, P600, P800, 3880, you got the 2400. All those printers use more expensive print heads like the DX5 or DX7. So when it comes to maintenance for those printers, you need to pay attention, because if you let those print heads get clogged, it's going to cost you more to get one. We're talking about maybe $600, $800, up to $1,200 just for the print head. Okay, so that's why it's important that you understand, and when it comes to for the first time to learn about DTF, you start with the L1800 or the XP 50,000, and then you move to the next one. Okay. Next question I got here, should I use solid or gradient white underbase for my transfers? So to be honest, it's going to depend what type of transfer you're making for. I'm not sure if you're making for yourself or basically for your customers, but When we're talking about dark shirts and dark black shirts, it's a good idea. It's recommended that you use a 100% white solid base, because then you're going to have a good transfer for the dark shirt, and also in washability, how long is going to last that transfer is going to last more when you use a solid white underbase than a gradient, or you maybe have some type of rasterization or something like that as an underbase. Okay. Now if you use a gradient white underbase, that is okay. Or maybe instead of using 100% of white, maybe you want to use 50% or 60%. That also is okay for again, depending the transfer you're making for the dark shirt. Or if you're going to press on a light shirt, for example, in that one you can have at least 30%, 40% of white underbase, because if white is a white shirt, or maybe it's a light shirt, baby blue or yellow, like a pastel yellow, something like that. You don't need it to have a solid white underbase for those. Okay, so again, it's going to depend what type of transfer you're making for you or for your customer. If you know for your customer are going to be for dark shirt or black shirt, it's recommend you use 100%, solid white. Or if you're making a light shirt, go ahead and you can use gradient, or just use a less percent of ink for the white. Okay. Another question that I got is, should I use Windex to clean my print head? So this one is a really debate, to be honest, in the community, because there's a lot of people that use Windex to clean their print heads, and there's people that they're not going to use it. No matter what, they're not going to use it ever. Me myself, personal, I like to follow the rules, and I try to stay with the correct cleaning supplies that is out there for print heads. So for example, if you use Windex for your print head, I'm not going to say that it's good or bad, to be honest, but it's already in the professional community that they do the cleaning, and they do the maintenance, and they do the repairing for the print heads. They don't use Windex when it comes to repair a print head, or to know what is wrong with the print head. They're not going to use Windex to clean it. They use professional cleaning solutions. They are made for that. I mean, they are regular cleaning solutions. They are solutions that are stronger for when you have a big clog or something like that. They are solutions that are less aggressive. You can use as a flush. There are solutions for the capitation, so you can put in the capitation on, you put your print head over there to rest when you don't use it, or you go to, for example, on vacation, you flush and wear your capitation, all that kind of stuff. If you think about it, and you use Windex for all of that stuff, to flush the lines, to flush the print head, to wear the capitation, all of that, Windex is a product to clean glasses, okay? And the print heads inside, they got components that the Windex, in time, if you use it, is going to make the print head corrosive, okay? So at the long term, maybe you don't see it right now if you're using Windex, but at the long term, that print head is going to get damaged for using the Windex, okay? Because it's the component that the Windex got. It's not because, oh, don't use Windex. It's how is the Windex is made, and the purpose of the Windex is to clean glasses and all that kind of stuff, okay? Now, again, it's a debate in the DTF community, so I'm not going to say, go ahead, use it, don't use it. if you use it, it's going to be on your own risk. And you know, you use it on your own risk, and if something happens, so you have been warned for that. But you know, cleaning solution that I prepare for excuse me, for specific for the print heads, they're not going to damage your print heads. And I can say that this because when people get machine that cost $20,000, for example, the DTG printers, or there's another one that is super expensive, those people, those professionals that they're using those machines to print on their print shops, they never use Windex. Okay, you can ask anyone, and they're not going to use Windex. The people that repair again the print heads, they don't use Windex. They use they use a special cleaning solution that is more thicker in viscosity. Is red. So when they put that cleaning solution on the print heads, they can see where in the print head is leaking or where it's broken or something like that, and they that solution is especially for that. Okay. So the dual head printers are faster than the converter printers, the desktop. So the short answer for that is yes. These printers are super fast. I mean, not super fast. I'm going to say that they're faster than any converter printer out there, because they're using two heads. So one head is only for the CMYK, and the other head is only for the white head, for the white ink. So for this reason, when these printers are printing, they are just printing all the color first, right? And then on the back of that, you will start seeing that they're printing the white ink. And that's why, because they're doing it at the same time, just the CMYK is going first, and then the color is going to be 100% faster. Okay, I can say 5 times faster. I have a few videos, but you know, sample, if you go back, you can see the time. Maybe for this one, it can take like a minute, or minute and a half, you know, less than that. Printers, print size that are 11 for 12 by maybe 14 or 15 inches, maybe can take three minutes compared to the other ones. I'm going to refer this one to maybe the P600 that is faster than the P400. The P600 is faster, but it's still the time that is going to give you for maybe a 13 or 12 by 14 or maybe 15 inches. You know, if you use the big sheets, maybe it's going to be like 5 minutes or something like that. So still, the printers with two heads are going to be faster than the converter printers. Okay, and these printers, they already come, you know, specific for DTF, so you don't need to do anything. You don't need to convert. You don't need to remove anything or just adjust anything. They are ready to go. Like I mentioned, I'm going to have another video talking more in depth for the dual heads printers. This size 12 inches. We sell this one on our website. Also, we're going to have soon the 17-inch printers. The 24, to be honest, I'm not sure yet, because we got another distributor already in the US that they got the 24 inches, you know, different brands. And, you know, for that reason, I don't see why we need to have the 24 inches also, when we are trying to concentrate more on the 12 and the 17 inches, because as you can see, they are this big. You know, they are really a good size for any type of office, or if you live on an apartment. This size is 100% better for you than the 24 inches machine with the shaker. Okay, that's why we are focusing more on this type of machines, because most of our customers, they got small offices or they live on small apartments, and they need to save space the most they can. Okay, And for the last question, this one I feel that is more personal for us as a company. It says why you have stopped selling converter printers. So if you have been following us since the beginning, you know that we are one of the first company that start selling and convert the LET100 printers. So, but at this moment, we have not been selling too much of those printers. And there's two reasons for that, or three reasons. So, the first one is because the LET100, they don't make that printer here in the US. That's the first one. And need to be import from China or import from Japan or import from Taiwan or something like that. So the LET100 right now, because the demand is so high, they are short. Okay, they are short in productions, and to get a new printer is really hard. You can get used or maybe fix up print or something like that, and you can get it faster. But to get the new printers, they are short and they're getting more difficult to not to find but to get, because every time we got a couple of salesperson, one from Japan, other one from China and Taiwan, all of that. And every time we talk with this sales representative from the Epson, uh, they can let us know, like, yes, we have this this how many quantities in our inventory, how many do you want 20, you want 30, 50, whatever. But the printer is getting short, so that's why when we find the printers, we prefer just to put it out there as the bundle with everything, with the RIP software, the inks, the powder, the film, everything that you need. And instead of making you wait, like a week or so, we got the printer ready. We check it here, and we prepare those printers with everything that you need and send it to you so you can convert it yourself. And that way it's going to be faster for you to get your printer instead of just waiting for us to convert the printer, make the test that we do and all that kind of stuff. The other one that we stopped selling the DTF converter printers is, I think this one is more personal for me, is because for most part that I put out there the videos for people to follow how to do maintenance, how to take care of the printer, how to learn to do the DTF. I'm not going to say that it's everyone, but I can say at least the 40% or 50% of the people, they don't follow the videos. And for that reason, when they don't follow instruction, they don't follow the videos, and they try to do their stuff on their own, they found themselves like damaging the printers. And then what they do is like, oh, you sell me a bad printer, or it's your fault that the printer is bad, when they're not following they're not following instructions. And that's something that we here decide to try to minimize, returns on all of the kind of stuff, because at the end, when we provide you with a service, we understand that you have been following all the instruction, the videos. You go to do your diligent maintenance, but when you don't do it, then the printer go bad, and then you put it everything on the distributor. That is something that we did wrong. When I got to say, here 100% and clear that it's not on us, it's on the person that is on the other side doing the printer. If you don't do the maintenance, then something bad is going to happen. Okay, so for that reason, for me personal, is one of the reason I just stopped like doing the converter printers, as many as possible, because before we have always like 30, 50 printers ready to go on DTF, but now because of that happens, we minimize that, and we prefer to sell you the printer as it is, okay, with all what you need, and then you do the conversion yourself. And that way, I think it's 100% better, because that way you cannot say that Kingdom DTF sell you something bad, or XY company sell you something bad. And at the same time, it gives the user the opportunity to learn how to convert their printer, how to take care of the printers, and how to do their maintenance. Okay, so for me, that was more like a balance for our company, and also a balance for the users, because at the same time we are teaching them how to do everything on themselves. And it's something that is really good. It's important that if you're going to have an equipment as a printer, you learn the most possible way. You learn about that printer, because you don't know when you're going to need to do any maintenance, or if you got any issue. For example, LE200, let's say that the two lights is there blinking, what that means, So it's important that you learn all that kind of stuff on your printer, so that way when it happens, you'll be ready, prepared, and you got the knowledge to deal with your equipment. Okay, I think that's it, guys. There was only five questions that I feel that we can discuss it on this video, but I know that I got more, so eventually in the future, or a couple of weeks, I'm going to have more videos like this one. And like I mentioned, the next one is going to be about the dual heads, so you can decide for yourself if you want to get one of these or similar printer like this, or if you're ready to go with the big ones, the 24 inches or maybe the 17 inches that we're going to have soon on our website. I'm going to start offering that to the customers, and that way you learn more. The more you learn about DTF and how to deal with printers are going to be better for you, because this means that you're not going to depend on anyone. You don't need to wait for any technician. You don't need to wait for a distributor or sales representative, for anyone that answered a question that you got, or an issue that you got. Because when you learn this stuff, it's going to be 100% knowledge for you. It's like in my case, no one, to all these printers, no one have teaching me how to do it, how to make the maintenance, how to repair them, or anything like that. Everything that you have been seeing on this video, more stuff that actually I have not put out there, is knowledge that I gained myself when I was dealing with the printers myself, making the repair, making the replacement parts, the maintenance, all that kind of stuff. For that reason, all the things that I share with you, I try to share it, because I know there's a lot of people that need help. So I learned the hard way. You can say that I learned the hard way, and now I put it out there all together in videos, so you have a better understanding, better idea, and it's not so difficult to you to learn stuff about DTF printing, about LA200, XP 50,000, dual heads, and stuff like that. Okay, so I think that's all for this video, guys. I really appreciate everyone, guys, that watch my videos, share my videos, and like my videos. As always, be attentive of what you do. Learn your stuff for your printers. Thank you so much, guys, to be part of the Kingdom DTF family, for this community. I appreciate it so much. Until the next one, guys, my name is Josh from Kingdom DTF. Keep printing.